This is gonna be the all-encompassing guide to marketing in your remote house cleaning or window cleaning business. Let's get started. If you guys are new here, me and my business partner Sergio, we run a portfolio of what's called remote home service-based businesses. We have a house cleaning business and window cleaning business, and then we have a business that teaches you how to do the same thing. Those businesses all together generate over $1 million a year in revenue with varying degrees of profit levels. But nonetheless, thank you so much for your time and attention, and let's get into it. So, marketing 101, where to start. The way I'm gonna structure this video is I'm gonna talk about organic first and free ways to market and acquire customers when you're just getting started.
Hey man, it's free!
And then we'll talk about paid traffic, where to spend it, how to know how much to spend. So let's talk about organic first. You always need to keep in mind when you're starting one of these businesses, this isn't a get rich quick, make $50,000 your first month in business type of business.
Man, I'm not trying to scam anybody here.
So you need to be thinking long run and you need to be thinking reputation. What do I mean by that? Your number one play to be successful, to acquire customers completely organically in a year, 2 years time, is to build up your reputation on Google My Business, Yelp, and your Facebook page. I would even throw Nextdoor in there too. Why? Because first thing that's gonna come up when you Google your service near me, let's say you're doing cleaning, you search cleaners near me, the first thing that shows up is Google My Business. If you can show up there organically, reviews are free. Google My Business profile, completely free. So if you can show up there, that's gonna drive your customer acquisition cost drastically down, so you don't have to spend tons of money on ads all the time. Now, you might be wondering, how do I even get customers to start building my reputation? Well, I got you covered.
Nice.
We have another video coming out that talks about subcontractors. Now, when you're using subcontractors to do the work for you, you're gonna wanna do what's called test cleans before you hire them, meaning you're either gonna do your house or a friends and family house first, because you wanna make sure they're not gonna no call, no show, or do a crappy job. Now, the key here is when you're doing these test cleans on your friends and family, you're gonna wanna ask them for a testimonial or a review. Both work, reviews are always good, but testimonials are even better when you're starting out, because if they can give you a testimonial and take a picture of your subcontractor cleaning or just a picture of their clean house and say, hey look, Mary and Amop clean this. Mary and Amop is our cleaning company. Mary and Amop just cleaned my house. They do a wonderful job. Subcontractor's name was great. Highly recommend. This is gonna be great for your reputation and your business starting, because you have validation from other customers and you're not doing the promoting yourself. People come in and out with these types of businesses. These local Nextdoor Facebook communities, people are constantly promoting their local service-based business. But when you have another person validating that for them, it just hits different. So we did this play in Mary and Amop, and we actually ran it last week. We had a customer leave a testimonial. We have 10 booked jobs just from that one testimonial. Think about what this can do for your company at scale if you embed it into your scripts, if you're answering the phone, or if you have say a virtual assistant or an admin answering the phone. Think about how many organic leads you're gonna get just from asking for testimonials. You're not gonna get testimonials from every customer, but it's a great hack that not many people talk about. Now, once you start building this up and juicing reviews out of your customers, now is when you wanna start spending money on ads. You can spend the money using cash you made from the business, or you can spend the money on a credit card. We like to spend the money on the credit card because we know how to advertise pretty well and where to advertise for our area, because we've been running the window cleaning business for 5 years. Now, if you're new to the game, I highly recommend you just start testing ad spend on different channels. So maybe you try Thumbtack, maybe you try Yelp, maybe you try Home Advisor. Put in $100, $200, test it for 2 weeks, see what happens. Do one at a time. Don't try to do a bunch at different times. Do one at a time, check and see how many calls you're getting, how many you're booking from those calls, and how much total ad spend you spent. So something like Yelp, we've gotten up to 20-to-1 return on ad spend, meaning every dollar we put in, we got $20 out. And there's tons of different platforms you can test. I'll name a few. You've got Yelp, Thumbtack, Angie's List, Home Advisor, Bark.com, Care.com, Facebook, Google Ads, Google Local Service Ads. Those are just 9 to name a few, and that's not even including other traditional forms of marketing that I'm about to get into. I'd also like to touch on Facebook for a brief second here, because I think until you've read $100 million offers and fully understand what it takes to craft a really good offer that's compelling, that your customers are gonna like, stay away from Facebook. You need to know how to make good offers before you start advertising on Facebook. And also stay away from Facebook agencies. They charge you an arm and a leg, and 9 out of 10 times they don't provide results for you and haven't even read $100 million offers themselves. So stay away. I would recommend, if you're gonna get into Facebook, learn it on your own. It can be the absolute most powerful tool in your arsenal if you can get good at Facebook, but it is the hardest by a long shot platform to get good advertising on. Think about Facebook as that guy on the side of the road holding an arrow, trying to get you off the road into their like barber shop or whatever. That's the same thing, just on the internet. So keep that in mind. There's also traditional forms of advertising, things like what we call EDDM, every door direct mail, and then there's yard signs. So we do both. We don't do it on a consistent basis, but we use something called dope marketing. And dope marketing we're not affiliated with, by the way, but dope marketing is amazing when it comes to delivering mail. What they do is they partner with thousands of home service companies across the US, and they get really cheap postcard pricing. So they'll design the postcard for you and they'll send it out. I can bomb, let's say I have a customer at 123 Main Street and it's a really nice neighborhood that I want to do all their neighbors. I can bomb the 50 surrounding neighbors through the platform for like $50. That's unheard of. And marketing gets super targeted. You can get into the neighborhoods you want to get into. You get better routes that are optimized for your subcontractors, so they're not wasting gas driving one side of the county to another side of the county. If you can get good at it, it's amazing and it works really well, but nobody really does it. So it's really a good play if you can learn it and get good at it. But it's gonna take a lot of practice and a lot of testing, similar to Facebook with postcard offers that are compelling, with being disciplined about sending postcards to the same neighborhoods, because you're not gonna see an instant return from those first postcards you send out. You're gonna wanna hit the same neighborhoods 2, 3, maybe even 4 or 5 times so that they're seeing it. Even better when you layer on yard signs on top of that. So if you're going and placing yard signs in the neighborhood and you're sending direct mail, they're constantly seeing you. So they might not need your service, they might not need a clean at that time, but when they do need one, they're gonna think of you because they're seeing your yard signs everywhere and they're seeing your postcards in the mail. So it's a really good play if you wanna do really extremely targeted marketing. And that's dope marketing that we use. I'll put the link down in the description. So that covers everything you need to know for your remote window cleaning or remote house cleaning company. If you got to the end of this video and you're still struggling with marketing, I'm a little worried for you, because if you implement the stuff I just talked about, you will find a legal money printer. So if you guys like content like this, we're gonna continue to post in-depth guides on different topics around the remote home service business model. So make sure you drop a like and comment below if you do wanna see more of this stuff. And we will see you in the next one. Thank you again for your time and attention. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe as well. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.